The sun had barely climbed over the rooftops of Eastwood when Jamal Carter rolled up the garage door of his tiny, two-bay auto repair shop. The modest place, with its faded signage and cracked parking lot, was nothing flashy, but it was honest, and it was his. Jamal, a former army mechanic, had poured every penny and dream he had into this shop after returning home. He didn't have much, but what he had, he shared. Whether it was discounting oil changes for single moms or fixing tires for broke college kids, Jamal believed one thing: kindness costs nothing, but it pays in ways you'll never expect. That morning, as Jamal was wiping his hands with a grease-stained rag, an old, beat-up Buick sputtered into the lot, coughing and wheezing like it was taking its last breath. Out stepped an elderly white man, frail, flustered, and clearly distressed. His suit was wrinkled, his face flushed with frustration. "Morning, sir," Jamal called, walking over. "Looks like she's giving you some trouble." The old man sighed. "It just died at the stoplight. Won't start again. I've got to be somewhere important, my son's expecting me. I don't have an appointment. I didn't know where else to go." Jamal looked him over. The man seemed embarrassed to be asking for help. "Don't worry about it," Jamal said with a smile. "Let's take a look. Won't charge you to check it out." The man hesitated. I don't have much on me right now. Can you at least tell me what's wrong?" Jamal nodded, already lifting the hood. "I'll see what I can do." An hour passed. Jamal discovered a corroded battery terminal, a dead starter, and a blown fuse. Parts he just happened to have extras of in the back. While he worked, the old man sat quietly on a bench, watching, occasionally muttering apologies or saying he didn't want to be a burden. "You remind me of my father," the man eventually said. "He worked with his hands too. Taught me the value of hard work. But people these days, they don't stop to help." Jamal just smiled and kept working. Maybe they don't stop because they're waiting for someone else to do it. By noon, the car was running like new. Jamal handed the man his keys. "She's good to go." The old man looked stunned. "That quick? How much do I owe you?" "Nothing," Jamal said simply. "What?" "I'm serious. You're someone's father. Someone's grandpa, maybe. I hope if my pops was stuck somewhere, someone would help him too." The old man's eyes welled up. "No one does this anymore. No one just helps." Jamal shrugged. "Maybe they forgot how." The man tried to insist on paying, but Jamal refused. With a shaky voice, the old man thanked him, wrote down something on a scrap of paper, and drove off, his taillights disappearing into the bright afternoon sun. 3 days later, Jamal arrived to open the shop and found a black Mercedes parked in front. A sharply dressed M.I.S.N. stepped out. Confident, polished, but with kind eyes. "You Jamal Carter's?" "Yes, sir. I'm Richard Lane, CEO of Lane Tech Industries." Jamal blinked, confused. "Okay. Can I help you?" "That old Buick you fixed on Tuesday? That was my father." Jamal froze. "He didn't say." "He never does," Richard chuckled. "Stubborn as ever. Said some young man with greasy hands and a golden heart fixed his car without asking for a dime. That sound like you?" Jamal rubbed the back of his neck. "I guess." The CEO stepped forward and extended his hand. "My father has everything money can buy. But he was in tears telling me about you. He said you reminded him there's still good in the world." "I was just doing what felt right." "And that's exactly why I'm here," Richard replied. "I want to offer you something. Lane Tech needs a head technician for our new community outreach auto program. Full benefits. Big salary. We'll even help you expand or move your shop. The world needs more Jamals." Jamal was speechless. "Why me?" he finally asked. Because you didn't do it expecting anything, Richard said. And that's the kind of person who deserves everything. A year later, Jamal's shop had doubled in size. A new sign read, Carter's Garage, where kindness runs free. Underneath it was a mural, a pair of hands, one black, one white, holding up a wrench together. Jamal never forgot that day. Not because of the job offer. Not because of the recognition. But because it reminded him that when you lead with kindness, you never know who's watching or whose life you're about to change. Sometimes, the road to something extraordinary begins with the simple choice to help. And that choice, no matter how small, can echo farther than you ever imagined.